Hey, Coach, what do you think about the new pitch?
Yeah, good first question is first of all is great, and to say thank you for the club that they are doing this for the new pitch, and I think it's important not only for us, for the opponent as well, for the motivation, and it was a great job from the club. It was a great job from the greenkeepers, from the whole team, that we had this situation today to play on this pitch.
Next, Anthony.
Coach, this is the second straight game where the team seemed to create really good chances but unable to put them away. Is the team frustrated that they're unable to do that? And what could you do as a coach to kind of help them through this frustration?
Yeah, to analyze first of all, and of course we are frustrated that we didn't win this game today, but when we are looking to this performance against a really good team, and we played, for me, especially against the ball, very well, so dominant against the ball, and very intensive to find the right moment in our pressing, our back four behavior, every time to step up. And this was, for me, really good. And of course, we had then, especially in the first half, a lot of good chances. But I'm pretty sure we have the quality to score. And first of all, it's our basic, to be very aggressive against the ball as a group. And I'm really satisfied with the performance. We are a little bit disappointed about the result, that's clear. But about the performance, for me, to be honest, was one of the best games, especially against the ball for me.
Next, go to Luca.
Coach, in terms of the speed of play, it seemed like the first 20 minutes felt like there was a lot more intensity, visibly, just a lot of chances in and around the goal. And it felt like in the second half that kind of died down. Can you speak to any of that shift? Did you see any shifts, or were you pleased with the intensity throughout the 90 minutes?
Yeah, I think the second half, it was a little bit the problem. We won similar the balls on the side, similar the balls in the center, but I think compared to the first half, then we missed then the first pass, second pass to create more situations in our transitions. This was in the first half very well, and but in the second half, for me, we had also a lot of good moments. Columbus, they had only one big chance the whole 95 minutes, and we had a lot of situation also second half after set pieces, the last moment with the corner, the situation with Dylan, but also in the second half. Then good moments, was not so clean, the first ball, second ball, like in the first half, that's true. But the performance, what I said, really, I'm really satisfied about the performance against a really good team.
Next, go right here.
Coach, with only 5 games left, how do you approach the final stretch of the season?
Tomorrow training, then we have the national break. So to prepare these guys in our training session, and to hope that no one gets an injury in the national team. So that's for me now the focus, to work very hard, very serious now in this week. Next week we don't have a game, and then to prepare the game for Portland, and not to think about now the next 5 games, only the focus this training week, that we have a high load for some guys, which is necessary for their fitness. Then Gustav Berggren, then a normal regular week, which is important that he's coming close to our principles, and that's it. And then next week we start the focus for Portland.
Go to the back of the room.
Hello, Coach. My name is Lukman. I'm actually from Ghana, and I'm very, very interested in the Ghanaian players in your team. Mohamed Sofo and then Ronald Donko.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Mohamed Sofo make a lot of appearances for Red Bulls this season. We've also seen Ronald Donko make some appearances for New York Red Bulls. How important have these players been for your team?
Yeah, very important for us when we are looking now. Sofo, great development, how he's working so hard against the ball and with a lot of good runs today, especially in the first half, a lot of good moments, and in our transitions and with a lot of speed. This is necessary. So great development from Sofo, and it's good. This is our philosophy from the whole club, to help these guys for the next step, and then to get the experience in the starting lineup or to come from the bench. And Ronnie as well is the same situation. So Ronnie is, yeah, he has a little bit more experience. He played last year more, and also a great player, as a sixth position in keeping the ball, to find the right moment, in ball possession, very aggressive. So really good guys from Ghana.
Next, go to Voss.
How's it going, Coach? Just wanted to ask you about the first 20 minutes. We saw a lot of the team possess the ball, and they did manage to secure a few chances on net. Can you talk about how you could build on that going into Portland in a few weeks, and if you think that the international break may hinder some of that momentum that you want to build during training? And just as a second part, how do you see Gustav Bergman in his first minutes as a Red Bull player, and how has he been integrating into the team in practice?
Yeah, for me was not only the first 20 minutes, to be honest. Of course, we had then in these at the beginning of the game we had good transition moments, but for me was the whole 95 minutes. And we talked in our match plan about that we want to play very dominant against the ball, because Columbus, everyone knows his style of play, in ball possession, a lot of rotations. And for me, the winger players, both strikers, made a great job, and this is what we have to continue then also for the Portland game. And now my answer is so long, I forgot the second question. Gustav Berggren, yeah. We have seen the last couple of days in our team training session how he's playing, and he's very aggressive. He's always he wants always to do to make the last step in our defense behavior, in our pressing, and also to play with a lot of confidence. But of course now he played 20 minutes. So now this is tomorrow, next training session, which is very important for him. Then in a normal, regular week next week, to adapt our principles. But what I have seen the first couple of in our training session, that he's good in communication, to support, to help the teammates. Yeah, and this is what we have to progress now.
Next, go to Gary.
Was there anything different that Columbus did to keep you guys off the scoreboard? Because it looked like you were basically pressing toward being in the second half, but it seems that they just simply stiffened up their defense. Was the catalyst to keep you guys from scoreless, or was there any minor mistakes? I just wanted to see your insight on that.
Yeah, the second half they changed a little bit the structure. Then they had one player more in the center, then in a higher position. And the situation, how they create the chance, was then that we were a little bit too deep with our backline in one or two moments. But at the end, they had only one chance, not to forget, and they had 0 shots in the first half. And for me, that's okay today, to be honest. And of course, when we score the one goal, and everyone is then saying about this performance, what a great performance. So we missed the chances, but we have the chances. That's for me important. When we don't have the chances, then how can you win the game? But we create chances. We were very aggressive. We played all together in our defense behavior, so that's okay.
Next, go to Steve.
How you doing, Coach? Steve from the South Ward Network. Coming off of last year's Cup run, we can all say that the fans' expectations have risen a little bit. Do you have a message to the fans, and were you able to see the banner that was displayed in the supporters section tonight? Yeah,
I have always the message in each press conference. I hope that I have a message for all of us, and so we are fighting. We are fighting for our goals. So we have now 40 points. So I don't know exactly how many points we had last season. I would say maybe 43, 44. So it's not a big difference compared to the last season. So from the point side, and I'm pretty sure we have to stay together, all. And not now. Now it's not the moment to think about how was it last year and how is it this season. Only to keep the focus for the next training session, to keep the focus for the next game. That's in Portland. So we have 5 games to go in this season, and we try everything. We are working so hard, the whole group, the whole staff, the whole club. So, and now keep going. And after the season, we can analyze about everything. But now, for me, from my side, it's not the moment now to think about, what happened here or something like that. Come on, everyone is trying the best. And we have all to know that Red Bull is a big company, is a big organization, and it's not only the responsibility then maybe hear from our front office or something like that. So that's a big company, it's a big organization. So and we have to respect that all together. And this is now to keep going the last weeks, and then we will see after the season we can analyze everything. But now it's not the time to analyze something about that. Now it's the time to analyze the games, the training session, and then in Portland, in Montreal, and when we have the next home game, I think it's NYCFC. Come on, we have to look forward here, and our supporters, they have to look forward. Okay, come on, when we are coming here next time in our home stadium, everyone has to be ready, especially against NYCFC. Come on, it's no time then to complain about other topics off the pitch. After the season, we have enough time to analyze. But now, that's the message. We have to stay together. We have to fight together, and hopefully then also to be happy after 3 points.
Everyone, we have time for 2 more questions, Coach, and we'll take those on Zoom. First, go to Dan, and then we'll finish up with Michael. Dan, you have the floor.
Sandro, once again, good performance, but now with the result that didn't go your way, do you have to now watch other clubs as how they perform while you do try to get those points and remain above the playoff line? And secondly, how is Daniel Edelman? He fell on the pitch. He didn't get up for a while until he did and hobbled around a bit. Is he okay?
I think so. He's okay, but we will check him tomorrow. But I think it's not a big topic now with Danny, so I think he will be ready. And yeah, we have to look for ourselves. That's it. This is what we have in our hands every day, and not to look about, okay, what happened on the right side, what happened on the left side. We have to look what we can bring with our quality, with our behavior, with our atmosphere all together, and not that we create our emotions and to look for other clubs or how is the result today or tomorrow, I don't know, or next week, I don't know. So only to have the focus, what we have in our hands, and that's a lot. To be honest, that's a lot. In these 5 games, it's a lot. So, and this is my main focus, and not to have the influence of another results in my feelings or something like that. No. And I today, guys, believe me, and you know me, today I have a good feeling because I see a great team today, and also against a good team, Columbus. This is also a great head coach, great players as well with their style of play. So 0-0, it's okay. This is what we have to respect. Next.
And we'll finish up with Michael.
Michael.
Coach, thank you so much for taking the time. Against Columbus, the last couple games, or going back to the playoffs, going back to last season and this season, it seems like the Columbus Crew are always seen as a team that are going to lead the Eastern Conference. You guys seem to be playing them in a way that they can't get comfortable. You guys led them on shots today. You guys led them on shots on target. You guys conceded possession, but it didn't matter because you used the ball more effectively. Could you just talk about your process against these teams, teams that are favored against you guys, and you're still able to get these results? I know you wanted 3 points, but 1 point against this team is still pretty good.
Okay, guys, come on, let's talk. Then we analyze everything now, because we talked about the playoffs, about last season. Look, guys, last year we played 2 games in the regular season against Columbus. We lost the first game in Columbus 3-0. We played back 4. We didn't have the chance in Columbus. We played the second game in our home stadium. In the last game in the regular season, we lost 3-2. 2-0 down, 2-2. Last second, we conceded the third goal. We played back 4. We played 2 games in a back 4, and we lost. And I would say we haven't had a chance. The first game, the second game was better. Then the playoff games, we played 2 times with 3 center backs. It was a little bit more man orientation, which is not our main idea, our principles, but this was more because of the playoffs, a little bit another situation. And today was the first game in these 5 games against Columbus. We played with our principles in our defense against the ball, and this was top for me. This was top. This was the first game. And I know everyone is looking for the result. Playoffs, we won against Columbus. But today, we played with our principles, with our pressing, in a back 4, 4-4-2, sometimes 4-2-3-1, sometimes 4-3-3, and this was for me great, to be honest. So, and hopefully, in 2 weeks we are playing against Portland. I'm very happy that we didn't play against Portland last year in the playoffs, to be honest.
And your opinion, new pitch?
Yeah, it was good. It was better than it was before. So also a bit, you could see it was quite new. Let out a few times, but overall it was better than before. So we're happy.
You guys seem to control Columbus a lot better defensively. Kept them to, I don't think they had a single shot in the first 45 minutes. What was different about this time versus the last few times you played them? Obviously, last season, since you haven't seen them yet this year.
No, I think we had a clear plan on what we wanted to do. Then I think we executed quite well. Of course, they are a great quality team, so they're gonna have a few opportunities, especially towards the second half. But overall, I think we followed the game plan we had quite well, and yeah, it worked pretty good, I think.
What message do you have for defense after tonight's performance?
Yeah, thank you for coming out as always. We appreciate it. I think the support has been great at home this year, so yeah, we're very thankful, and hopefully they can keep coming out for the last couple of games this season.
And can you comment on maybe the difficulties of trying to build momentum with the international break coming up? I know that it's maybe not too much to think about as a player, it's outside of your control, but can you just talk about for you personally, trying to build on what seems like a great performance to get that point despite wanting the 3 at home?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I think obviously when you're in a good, I think we've had a good couple of weeks with the performances that has been good. So I think of course you want to keep building on that. But like you said, it is what it is. You can't change it. So it's now we have to. We also had a lot of games this month, so now we have some time to rest and train a little bit more on the pitch, and we'll keep working on our game. So that's also something beneficial.
One of the key things that you can take from this game that you want to move going forward, because now things get a little tight, because as you know, after the international break you got the Derby, then of course you got Portland, and then everything, then you got these teams that you need to get yourselves over the line, the playoff line. So although the result wasn't there, it's a positive you kept the team off the scoreboard at home. So what is the one thing you want to take with you going forward, as the coach said, okay, back to the drawing board?
Yeah, no, I think like I mentioned a little bit before, I think when we do the basics right in a good way, when everyone works together, then we are a good team and a hard team to break down. So I think that's the key. And then also I think we had some good chances to hurt them and also create some chances for ourselves. So I think there was a few positives in the performance. Obviously we wanted to win. Like you said, it's a lot of tough games, so we need to get points on the board, and hopefully we can get some more wins coming up.
How did you feel about the team's performance tonight?
I think defensively we played a good game. I think we kind of waited and set good traps, I think, for Columbus. Obviously we played them a lot in the last year, and then I think we had a clear game plan against the ball. So I think, yeah, we limited them to, I think they had one good chance, but besides that, I think we defended well, which is good, and I think we had some very good chances. Maybe not as many as we would have liked, but I think the quality of the chances we had were very, very good, and on another day, I think we find the back of the net.
One of the big midfield battles was, you, Darlington, Nagbe, kind of in the middle. What was it like in this game with him not being there? How different was it?
Yeah, it's super different. I mean, he's one of the best in the league for sure. It's different when you play them when they don't have, I think he's one of the best players in the league. But they had guys that stepped in and did well, I think. But yeah, I think maybe you noticed a little bit of a difference in them and the way they played without Nagbe, kind of that guy that was controlling the game. So, yeah, I think you did notice a difference for sure.
So Coach highlighted that in this game, unlike the last few that you've played against Columbus, or this team has played against Columbus, you really got to implement your style of play, the Red Bulls DNA kind of play, playing with the back four. And how would you guys say you were comfortable in that kind of style? How was it today compared to like the playoff series that you had the 3 back line compared to this back four, and just that? Can you compare those two?
Yeah, I think sometimes when we played a back four against Columbus, I think we've got exposed in the past couple times that I've played them. Maybe just not ready. I think, but today I think we had, like I said, so many games against them, and I think we had a great match plan, good setup against the ball. We set good traps, kind of with the way we pressed and the angles we took, which was key. I think usually I think the past couple times where maybe we lost pretty badly, we kind of maybe went and we didn't go together, and maybe we just ran straight at the player who had the ball, and they were able to kind of jump out of the cover shadow. So I think for sure, I think we were very smart in our press, and I think that comes from experience and losing those tough games. I remember last year we had a lot of trouble against them. So it's good to see that we can figure it out and we can play our style against them for sure.
From your point of view, you played against them, like you said, you handled them with your defense, but then again, they kept you guys off the scoreboard. How much was a frustrating factor that the fact that you guys did your job, but then again, they did theirs in a game that you felt that you had to win?
For sure, I think the game sometimes maybe felt slow. I think because of the way they want to play, putting their foot on the ball, and us kind of setting traps. Is a very tactical game, and I think if you look at the tactical thing, I think we implemented the game very well. And I think, like I said earlier, I think we had some very, very quality chances. I mean, Emil gets a goal that's called offsides. Dylan has a good header at the end for sure, and there's chances there. And I think the difference between the most important thing in this league is maybe finishing some of those chances. It's fine margins. So back to the drawing board and get ready for, I think it's Portland next. So ready to go.